Think you can't grow citrus because you don't live in Florida or California. You're about to discover 9 cold hardy varieties that thrive in freezing temperatures, with the hardiest surviving down to 5 degrees Fahrenheit. From sweet mandarins to culinary treasures, these citrus trees will completely change what you thought was possible in colder climates. Number 9. Meyer lemon. What if I told you there's a lemon that's actually sweeter than regular lemons and can survive temperatures down to 25 degrees Fahrenheit? The Meyer lemon isn't your typical citrus. It's actually a fascinating cross between a lemon and an orange, which explains its unique sweetness and incredible versatility in the kitchen. Why does the Meyer lemon handle cold better than other citrus? Its hybrid genetics give it enhanced frost tolerance while maintaining that classic lemon flavor we all love. This variety has become the gold standard for lemon bars, desserts, and any recipe where you want bright citrus flavor without overwhelming tartness. Here's how to grow Meyer lemons successfully in colder zones. If you're in zone 9 or warmer, you can plant directly in the ground with proper site selection. For zones 7 through 8, container growing is your best strategy. Use at least a 25-gallon pot with wheels for easy mobility. During winter, move containers to a protected area like an unheated garage or greenhouse where temperatures stay above freezing. The key is providing thermal protection during the coldest months while ensuring good drainage year-round. This sets us up perfectly for our next variety that shares similar cold tolerance but offers completely different flavors. Number 8. Grapefruit. Remember those childhood mornings cutting grapefruit in half with a special spoon? You can recreate that nostalgic experience even in surprisingly cold climates, thanks to hardy grapefruit varieties that survive down to 25 degrees Fahrenheit. Why do Oro Blanco and Marsh varieties outperform other grapefruits in cold weather? These specific cultivars have been selected for enhanced cold tolerance while maintaining that perfect balance of sweet and tart that makes grapefruit so addictive. The Oro Blanco, meaning white gold in Spanish, offers exceptional sweetness, while Marsh provides that classic tangy bite grapefruit lovers crave. Here's your growing strategy for cold climate grapefruit success. In zones 8B and warmer, direct ground planting works beautifully with proper microclimate selection. Choose a south-facing location protected from harsh winds. For zones 7 through 8A, large containers become essential. Think 50-gallon minimum for mature trees. These giants need serious root space to develop the energy reserves that help them survive cold snaps. During winter, wheel them into an unheated but protected space and supplement with grow lights if needed to maintain health during dormancy. But what if you want something more exotic than traditional grapefruit? Our next variety brings Filipino flair to cold climate growing. Number 7. Calamansi. What's small, exotic, and completely changes how you think about edible citrus peels? Meet the Calamansi, a Filipino treasure that survives down to 20 degrees Fahrenheit and offers one of the most unique eating experiences in the citrus world. Why is Calamansi special beyond its cold tolerance? Unlike most citrus where you'd never dream of eating the peel, Calamansi's skin is actually the sweetest part. It's thin, crunchy, and completely non-bitter. The fruit inside is intensely tart, making it perfect for marinades, juices, and traditional Filipino dishes. This combination of sweet peel and sour flesh creates flavor profiles you simply can't get from any other citrus. Here's how to successfully grow this cultural gem. Calamansi thrives in containers, making it perfect for cold climate gardeners who need mobility options. Use a 25-gallon minimum container with excellent drainage. The tree stays relatively compact, so it's ideal for urban growing situations. During the growing season, expect prolific fruit production. These trees are generous producers. For winter protection, move containers to a bright, cool space, around 40 to 50 degrees Fahrenheit. The key is maintaining some light exposure, even during dormancy, to keep the tree healthy. Speaking of exceptional flavor experiences, our next mandarin variety will absolutely blow you away. Number 6. Satsuma mandarin. Here's something that might sound impossible. Imagine a mandarin that tastes exactly like artificial orange flavor, except it's completely natural and survives freezing temperatures down to 22 degrees Fahrenheit. Why does the Owari Satsuma stand out among cold-hardy citrus? This Japanese variety possesses what many consider the perfect mandarin characteristics. It's completely seedless, incredibly easy to peel thanks to a natural gap between the skin and fruit, and delivers that nostalgic, orange candy flavour that's both familiar and extraordinary. The cold tolerance comes from centuries of cultivation in Japan's variable climate, creating a variety that's naturally adapted to temperature swings. Here's your path to Satsuma success. These trees excel in zones 8 through 9 when planted in the ground, but can be pushed into zone 7 with proper protection techniques. Choose a location with morning sun and afternoon protection from harsh winds. For container growing, use at least 30 gallons to accommodate the root system that supports heavy fruit production. The peeling experience alone makes this variety worth growing. The skin practically falls off in your hands, revealing perfectly segmented, juicy fruit inside. Winter protection involves mulching heavily around ground-planted trees and moving containers to protected areas during the coldest months. But if you want citrus, you can eat skin and all. Our next variety takes convenience to the next level. Number 5. Kumquat. What if you could grow a citrus that's completely eat whole and produces fruit so prolifically that you'll be sharing with neighbours? Kumquats, hardy down to 15 to 18 degrees Fahrenheit. Flip the traditional citrus experience by making the sweet skin the star of the show. Why are kumquats perfect for cold climate growers? These compact trees offer incredible fruit production in small spaces while delivering unique flavours. Nagami varieties are oval-shaped with a more tart centre, while Meyer are round and sweeter overall. The genius of kumquats lies in their design. The skin contains all the sweetness while the flesh provides tartness, creating a perfect flavour balance when eaten whole. Here's how to maximise your kumquat success. These trees are container gardening champions, thriving in 25-gallon pots that can be easily moved for winter protection. Their compact size makes them ideal for urban growing situations where space is limited. During the growing season, expect heavy fruit loads that may require thinning to prevent branch breakage. The trees are naturally prolific producers, often fruiting multiple times per year in favourable conditions. For winter care, move containers to bright, cool locations around 40 degrees Fahrenheit and reduce watering significantly during dormancy to prevent root rot. Ready for our first reliably delicious mandarin that handles serious cold? Let's explore a Chinese treasure. Number 4. Chang Sha tangerine. Here's where we enter serious cold tolerance territory. What if you could grow a truly delicious mandarin that survives down to 10 degrees Fahrenheit and actually improves in flavour as temperatures drop? Why does the Chang Sha tangerine excel in cold climates? This ancient Chinese variety has been naturally selected over centuries in mountainous regions where temperature swings are extreme. The cold actually enhances the sugar concentration in the fruit, making winter-harvested Chang Sha tangerines incredibly sweet. The only trade-off? These mandarins contain quite a few seeds, but when you're growing citrus in zones where others can't survive, that's a small price to pay for homegrown citrus. Here's your Chang Sha growing strategy. These hardy trees can often survive in ground planting down to zone 7 with proper site selection and protection. Choose locations with excellent air drainage to prevent cold air pooling. The trees develop impressive cold hardiness as they mature, so patience pays off. For extra protection, plant near south-facing walls that provide thermal mass, or use container growing for ultimate control. Mulch heavily around the root zone and consider wrapping trunks during extreme cold snaps. The reward is sweet, juicy fruit when other citrus would be frozen solid. But if you want to step into true gourmet territory, our next variety is considered culinary gold. Number 3. Yuzu. What's the secret ingredient that transforms ordinary dishes into gourmet experiences, and happens to be one of the most cold, hardy citrus on the planet? Yuzu, surviving down to 10 degrees Fahrenheit, is the culinary world's best-kept secret for adding floral complexity to everything from cocktails to desserts. Why is yuzu considered the holy grail of cold hardy citrus? This Japanese treasure offers something no other citrus can: a unique floral fragrance and flavour that's simultaneously lemony, limey, and mysteriously aromatic. Unlike other citrus fruits where you eat the flesh, yuzu's magic lies in its intensely fragrant zest and aromatic juice. Professional chefs pay premium prices for yuzu because it elevates dishes in ways that regular lemons simply can't match. Here's how to unlock yuzu's potential in cold climates. These trees actually prefer cooler conditions and can struggle in overly warm climates, making them perfect for northern growers. Plant in well-draining soil with morning sun and afternoon shade. Yuzu trees are naturally slow growers, so patience is essential. Expect 3 to 4 years before significant fruit production. The investment pays off with incredibly aromatic harvests perfect for zesting, juicing, or creating gourmet preserves that capture that distinctive floral essence. Ready to discover a true lemon that laughs at freezing temperatures? Our next variety is authentically remarkable. Number 2. Ichang lemon. What if I told you there's a true lemon, not a hybrid, not a cross, but an authentic lemon species that survives brutal 5 degrees Fahrenheit temperatures? The Ichang lemon from China's mountainous regions completely redefines what's possible for cold climate lemon lovers. Why does the Ichang lemon excel where other lemons fail? This remarkable variety evolved in China's harsh mountain climates, developing natural frost resistance that puts Meyer lemons to shame. Unlike hybrids that sacrifice some lemon characteristics for cold tolerance, Ichang lemons deliver authentic lemon intensity, incredibly tart, zesty, and perfect for culinary applications, where you need that sharp acidic punch that only real lemons provide. Here's your Ichang lemon success strategy. These hardy trees can survive in-ground planting down to zone 6 with proper protection, making them viable for surprisingly northern climates. The trees naturally develop a wild, rustic appearance that's actually part of their cold adaptation strategy. Focus on excellent drainage and wind protection, as wet, windy conditions are their biggest weakness. Container growing works brilliantly for ultimate temperature control. Use 30-gallon or larger pots and provide bright, cool winter storage. The intensely aromatic zest and juice make every fruit incredibly valuable for cooking applications. But our final variety takes cold hardiness to absolutely legendary levels. Number 1. Thomasville citrangequat. What's the ultimate cold, hardy citrus champion that survives temperatures down to 5 degrees Fahrenheit and can be eaten whole like an apple? Meet the Thomasville citrangequat, a genetic masterpiece that's part trifoliate orange, part kumquat, and completely revolutionary for northern citrus growers. Why does the Thomasville citrangequat dominate cold tolerance? This incredible hybrid combines the legendary hardiness of trifoliate orange, the only citrus that loses its leaves in winter, with the eat-whole convenience of kumquats. The result is a Zone 7 survivor that produces tart, aromatic fruit, perfect for marmalades, preserves, or eating fresh if you enjoy intense flavors. The trifoliate genetics provide unmatched cold resistance, while the kumquat influence keeps the fruit edible. Here's how to grow this cold climate marvel. Thomasville citrangequat can survive in ground planting in protected areas of Zone 6, making it viable for climates where no other citrus would dare. Plant in full sun with excellent drainage and wind protection. The trees develop impressive winter hardiness as they mature, actually benefiting from cold exposure to trigger proper dormancy. Container growing extends the range even further north. Expect tart, complex flavors that shine in cooked applications. These aren't eating oranges, but they're absolutely perfect for creating unique preserves and marmalades. Now that you know which varieties to choose, let's unlock the protection strategies that push your zone even further. Drop a comment and let me know which of these cold, hardy citrus varieties you're most excited to try in your garden. Cold protection strategies. Here's the game-changing secret that separates successful cold climate citrus growers from dreamers. It's not just about choosing hardy varieties, it's about creating artificial microclimates that push your zone 10 to 15 degrees warmer. Why do protection strategies matter as much as variety selection? Even the hardiest citrus benefits from strategic placement and protection techniques. The difference between success and failure often comes down to understanding thermal mass, air drainage, and rootstock selection. factors that can mean survival versus devastation during unexpected cold snaps. Here's your complete cold protection arsenal. Start with rootstock. Poncirus trifoliata rootstock adds significant cold tolerance to any grafted variety. Create microclimates using south-facing walls with thermal mass like stone or concrete that absorb daytime heat and release it at night. For container growing, use wheeled dollies and 25-gallon or larger pots minimum. During cold spells, deploy frost cloth that adds 3 to 4 degrees of protection, mulch heavily around root zones, and consider Christmas light, warming under protective covers. Wind protection is crucial. Use larger trees or structures to block cold winds. The key is layering multiple strategies. Proper siting plus thermal mass plus container. Mobility plus frost protection can push effective zones by 10 or more degrees. These techniques transform impossible dreams into thriving citrus harvests. You now have everything needed to grow citrus in climates you never thought possible. From 5 degrees Fahrenheit Thomasville citrangequats to protection strategies that push your zone, cold climate citrus growing is absolutely achievable with the right knowledge and techniques. If you love learning about cold hardy citrus, you'll love the next one more.
If you found value in this video, you're going to love this next one.